I enjoyed the diamond and silk thing way more. Let's take a look here. No, this wasn't it. Wait. Oh, here we go.
We're in Mountain Time, so probably 7 o'clock Eastern. President Trump gave an address from the White House, and all of the networks cut away right as he was talking about the election fraud, which we see happening.
Again, we literally just watched the entire news conference on a mainstream media outlet. They even included the first half hour where nothing happened. They included the B-roll, people. The B-roll. All right, whatever.
Which the media continues to deny, despite the fact that there's videos online of people burning ballots, filling out ballots, boarding up windows so that poll watchers can't get in, can't see inside. They lack transparency. But then they say, like, there's no fraud, there's no fraud. Well, if there's no fraud, then shouldn't they want people to see that there's no fraud? If there...
Well, yeah, but the issue is having partisan poll watchers presents an issue. When you want your campaign to have poll watchers in the counting area, that's a problem. So, if the idea was instead nonpartisan, independent group, that'd be fine.
If there are no fraudulent or illegal ballots, shouldn't they allow poll watchers in there to confirm it? Because then if Biden wins, doesn't it solidify his victory? Do you want any Trump supporter to doubt the validity of this election?
They already do. They already do. They already do. Literally, they all do. Donald Trump just went out in that same press conference this guy's referencing to sow doubt about the outcome of the election.
In fact, it's not rigged, it's not fraudulent, it's not illegal, shouldn't you want the transparency? No, they don't want it because they're rigging it. And anyone with two brain cells to rub together can see
exactly. Look, like this is the issue. Like, well, yeah, everyone's partisan, Eeyore Explorers. I get that. But the fact is, that's why you have a nonpartisan organization so that they can work to make sure that poll watchers are as nonpartisan as possible. Like, that's the issue. Like, so it's fine. It's fine if the Trump campaign has someone on site to view. It's fine if Biden has someone on site to view, but they should both be present. And if only one side is going to be watching the polls, I think that could lead to a lot of bias. And if they really wanted this sorted out, they should have sorted it out long before the election when there was still time to set all this up.
Exactly that. They're doing it. Why are they doing it? Because they don't fear any consequences, because no media is going to hold them accountable. They just continue to do this. And we're going to try to get more testimony, get more interviews with people out here who share that frustration. So let's just kind of scan the crowd here. This is crazy. They've been censoring the president's tweets. Every tweet that he's put up has been shadow banned, if not deleted outright.
They haven't been deleted. They just have a little warning on them because they're spreading misinformation about how polling works. Not polling, but the election and tabulation works.
Thank you. What's your name? What's
Phyllis.
Phyllis? You know Right Side Broadcasting?
Oh my gosh, I watch all of your rallies, all the Trump rallies.
I literally didn't know that this existed until like 10 minutes ago, okay?
Love you guys.
Oh, we appreciate you. Thank you for supporting us. What are your thoughts on everything that's going on in our country right now?
It is not fair. This is definitely spiritual warfare.
100%.
What?
Yes, and I believe our president...
Why is everyone he's talking with at this event talking about how this is like a war against the beast or something? Like, absolute nonsense. Also, I'm having some breakups again. Am I breaking up on your guys' end? Am I dropping frames? I'm worried about it, okay? I'm worried about it. Are the people he's interviewing part of RSB? No, they're not. They're part of this. These are people at the Maricopa County protest. Oh dang. Let's see. Let me do a thing real quick. Okay. Are we stable? We're not dropping frames again. That's good. Nope, we just dropped some. Okay, we're back up. Looks like we were experiencing some weird dips. But I think we're steady again. Whew. All right, that was a close one. It was a close one, people. We're back. We're back. All right, let's learn more about the spiritual warfare going on in Maricopa County, okay?
With our prayers,
Oh no, Eeyore Explorers. I do need to clarify. Yeah, the party of fascism and fascists, the Republican Party, that is currently being headed by a fascist. Yeah, they are literally trying to use the power of the state to influence the election. Like, yeah, like 100% they are. I don't think the party of like milquetoast rule-abiding neolibs are trying to steal the election with their voter fraud machines. Okay, like I don't think that that's a thing that's happening. And Eeyore Explorers, I think a large reason that poll counters don't have those two live streams open to the public, it would cost a lot of money, like a lot of money, to set up all those cameras and have the streaming infrastructure, and our government is not going to invest that. It's just not. Anyway, let's yeah, the voter fraud machines. Spin them up, boys. Spin them up. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay.
he will be our president for the next 4 years. I do believe that.
So you think he'll be able to triumph through this?
I know he will be. We're praying for him. He will. He'll be able to do.
I love Biden. We're over here. We're riding with Biden, baby. Riding with Biden. Okay, wait. I started... Okay. Why every time I start this video, I lose frames? Why? Okay. All right, well... I love Biden. Right up until he wins. After Biden wins, then I go into attack mode, okay?
Do this.
Why do you think that they've been so bold lately? It seems like they don't care that they're doing it just in broad daylight, in plain sight.
You know, I think it's. I think they. I'm not really sure why. They're brazen. I'm not sure why it's like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's really crazy. He had a press conference earlier today, and like 5 of the main networks cut away from the press conference as he was speaking, and they said he's spreading misinformation. They're censoring the president of the United States. This is unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this before.
I don't know how they get away with it. Something has to be done, and I believe when Trump does get back in, for these next 4 years, there is going to be a change when it comes to big tech. there's going to be a change. People are going to jail. I think we're going to see some heads roll, and
I mean, that's true. People will go to jail.
people will go to jail. I really do believe that.
Yes, I'm hoping.
With him, if he gets back in office, which I know he will get back in office, lots of things are going to be exposed. When it comes to the Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and the crime family, I think more people will be exposed. Not only them, but more people. So
Yes, indeed.
we'll see what happens.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Guys, I love you guys.
Thank you for supporting us. I'm going to hand it on over to Liz here. What's going on, Liz? Where you been at, stranger?
Thanks, Mike. Waiting for you guys to come back to home base, protecting the equipment. We're still here at the Count the Vote rally outside the Maricopa election
She does not look like she wants to be here.
facility, and it looks like we will not be getting any more results possibly until Saturday, according to an NBC News source that said they spoke to an election official. So pretty insane. It makes a lot of sense as to why people are continuing to stand out here. And some say for as long as the night goes on, they are going to remain here. If they have to call in sick to work tomorrow, that's what they're going to do. So there's a lot of support for President Trump. A lot of people are wearing flags as capes, walking around holding the flags on the poles, and people from all different backgrounds. I also think it's safe to say I'm one of the few people not carrying here tonight, unfortunately. I don't think TSA would have approved that very much. Oh, thank you very much. Would you like to do a quick interview? Yeah.
Foydoy, yeah, they tried to break into one of these poll counting areas, okay? So, they've been trying to break shit. They're just bad at it.
Sure. Oh, okay, cool. So we're just here trying to get to know the people and figure out what inspired them to come out to tonight's rally. So we'll start with what's your name, where are you from, and a little bit of background about, what you do.
You want me to talk about me? I'm all right at that. My name is Kevin Reese. I've lived in Arizona now for probably about 20 years. I was in the military.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun,
What branch?
I was in the Marines.
I feel like
That mustache is glittering. Absolutely glittering. This is a man who waxes his mustache. I'm okay with this. This is a fine, upstanding, salt of the earth type who only wants to support his police and military. And, the police and military should step on all of us in order to restore order. Am I right?
I think that's like the hard one. What do you think?
The funny thing about the Marine Corps, it makes the rest of your life kind of fun. So it was great. Good folks. And the worse things got, the better the people were. So it was a pleasure and an honor. I'm out here because of my children. I have a son who's a cop. A daughter's a cosmetologist. I got another daughter in college. And I think that my generation might be the last generation that learned civics. So that's a missed thing in our education system, and I don't want to see this system go away or evaporate or kind of get stolen from us. So we're concerned about, Dances with the Stars can get an election done in 5 minutes. 130 million votes or something crazy, right? And we can't count? Here's the real thing. We shut this country down for the corona. Well, the corona is real, so is the Bill of Rights. If we could shut the country down for corona, we should be able to shut the country down one day a year, and we all go and vote in person. Yeah. I voted with an absentee ballot.
Fuck. Yes, we should have a national holiday for voting. I agree. This is a good argument. On this one issue, he and I could work together in order to get this one thing passed. Even if we're on opposing sides of the political spectrum, because I believe people should have the day off to be able to go vote. Controversial. Yeah, exactly. See, this is, a lot of the time, this is why I am careful when I encounter conservatives, okay? Because a lot of conservatives are in this bubble where they have preconceived notions about what it means to be socialist, right? However, we can agree on select and specific issues and how to solve them. This is true. So I think that largely what we need to be able to do as leftists, right? We need to be able to talk with someone like this. And I know that he has, the hat, the military service, there's a lot of things that indicate, he might not be someone we can work with, right? However, I think that we can go up to this person, have a good conversation with them, and from that conversation, find coherent policies that we can agree on and try and pursue together. So this is something that I think is a really, really good thing, okay? And we as leftists need to get better at not telling this person to go fuck himself, pig liver, or something like that, we need to be able to treat people with kindness and respect in order so that we can work with these people on select and specific issues. Because the truth is we need their help, and we can win their help on select and specific issues. No, Tulsi Gabbard sucks. Tulsi Gabbard sucks. I'm gonna try refreshing this Twitter page because it's I think it's the Twitter page that is causing this. We're gonna go roughly.
We let's go. What I'm saying. People from all feet. Make some noise for yourself.
On anybody else is a seal.
Appreciate you. Thank you for
Holding the flags on the pledge.
Votes are something crazy, right? And we can't count. I mean, here's the real thing. We shut this country down for the corona. Well, the corona is real, so is the Bill of Rights. If we could shut the country down for corona, we should be able to shut the country down one day a year, and we all go and vote in person.
Yeah.
I voted with an absentee ballot, and I remarked to my wife, we did it, not an absentee, I'm sorry, I voted in person with the paper ballot. They handed me a Sharpie. I remarked to my wife, I go, it's bleeding through onto the back. I didn't vote the back side of the ballot. I couldn't vote those judges because I didn't want to contaminate the front side. How can that be a thing in America?
Wait, could he not have asked for like a normal ballpoint pen? Usually they give out ballpoint pens. This is a weird thing, but they should have given him a ballpoint pen. Let's be real about that, okay?
So, I'm concerned at the systemic disenfranchisement of every American. Everybody's vote should count.
There's a big discrepancy right now.
Wait, is he basing his entire idea of on the quest for fraud examples, I just found a good one straight from okay, Das Führer's campaign saw. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Wait, didn't open. There we go. But he seems to be extrapolating his personal experience with like voter, like being a disenfranchised voter. That seems odd to me, but that's fine. Let's see here. New hours before the president went on TV to declare the ballots received after Election Day are illegitimate, Republicans were pushing PA voters to turn in absentee ballots by tomorrow's deadline in apparent violation of state law. Interesting. Here's the body of the email that went out at 6 p.m. Eastern today. Trump victory urgently needs volunteers to make phone calls to Pennsylvania Trump supporters to return their absentee ballots. These phone calls will help President Trump to win the election. Interesting. Let's see, I've examined one of these emails provided by the reporter. It appears to be a real message. Oof. Well, okay. Hours before President Donald Trump went on national television Thursday to declare the inherent illegitimacy of ballots received after November 3rd, local Republican officials recruited volunteers to call Pennsylvania voters and urged them to get their ballots in by Friday, 3 days after Election Day. Dang. All right. Yeah, that seems pretty sketchy and illegal. Yeah, the request, election lawyers say, appears to flagrantly run afoul of state law. Under Pennsylvania law and a recent state Supreme Court decision, absentee mail-in ballots are valid as long as they were postmarked by Election Day and received by November 6th. Any Trump supporter who sends in their ballots either Thursday or Friday would not have it postmarked within the acceptable deadline, creating the precise situation that the president himself has deemed fraudulent and corrupt. The email, which was sent by Kenosha for Trump and forwarded to the Daily Beast, said it was marshaling the effort on behalf of Trump Victory, the committee established by the Trump campaign and the Republican National Committee to run the field program for the president's reelection. It went out just after 5 p.m. to a group of Trump supporters in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Trump Victory, yeah, we already read that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this seems like a clear call to commit voter fraud. Yes, I agree with that. Thank you for your service, Foydoy, okay? Thank you for your service. I appreciate it, okay? Maybe it's the full screen. Maybe the full screen is screwing it up here. Let's suspend this tab. There we go. We'll suspend this tab as well. All right. Let's continue on, shall we? Shall we?
On whether or not the Sharpie ballots are being counted. Have you heard anything regarding the state of Arizona? Is your ballot good to go? Do you think it didn't get counted?
Well, so if you vote in person, you put your ballot into a reader machine, and it'll evaluate it right there, valid, invalid. When you vote early, you put it into a sealed box. You have no way of knowing. So this is like a mystery to me. I know it was accepted, but I don't know what that means. So I don't know.
I voted early in the state of Georgia, used a computer, and printed off. I mean, I think it's just interesting for people to know how every state is so different.
It's part of the system, sure.
So I voted on a computer early, it printed off my ballot, and then I took...
Oh, no. EOR Explorers, I know exactly what you mean. The issue is I don't know that they're on YouTube. Wait, maybe I can find it. It seems like they broadcast directly to Twitter? Let's see. Yeah, it's their latest video is 3 days ago. Maybe they do have a YouTube. Let's check it out. Oh, here we go. Awesome. Thank you. Good advice.
Guys, I'm so excited that someone from Oregon, which that's where I'm from, by the way, Southern Oregon. I'm telling him how to turn Oregon red, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun, you know.
What branch?
It was in the Marines.
I feel like that's like the hard one. What do you think?
You know, the funny thing about the Marine Corps, it makes the rest of your life kind of fun. So it was great. Good folks. And the worse things got, the better the people were. So it was a pleasure and an honor. I'm out here because of my children. I have a son who's a cop. A daughter's a cosmetologist. I got another daughter in college. And I think that my generation might be the last generation that learned civics. So that's a missed thing in our education system, and I don't want to see this system go away or evaporate.
Also, I think my internet is just being wild. I'm fairly certain that Comcast is throttling my internet at the moment because I streamed for 18 hours earlier this week. 18 hours straight earlier this week. So, no, you're lagging, or rather, I'm lagging, I believe.
Or kind of get stolen from us. So we're concerned about, I mean, you know, Dances with the Stars can get an election done in 5 minutes. 130 million votes or something crazy, right? And we can't count? I mean, here's the real thing. We shut this country down for the corona. Well, the corona is real, so is the Bill of Rights. If we could shut the country down for corona, we should be able to shut the country down one day a year, and we all go and vote in person. I voted with an absentee ballot, and I remarked to my wife, we did it, not an absentee, I'm sorry, I voted in person with the paper ballot. They handed me a Sharpie. I remarked to my wife, I go, it's bleeding through onto the back. I didn't vote the back side of the ballot. I couldn't vote those judges because I didn't want to contaminate the front side. How can that be a thing in America? So I'm, concerned at the systemic disenfranchisement of every American. Everybody's vote should count. Every legal vote.
There's
I
a big
agree.
discrepancy right now on whether or not the Sharpie ballots are being counted. Have you heard anything regarding the state of Arizona? Is your ballot good to go? Do you think it didn't get counted?
Well, so if you vote in person, you put your ballot into a reader machine, and it'll evaluate it right there, valid, invalid. When you vote early, you put it into a sealed box. You have no way of knowing. So this is like a mystery to me. I know it was accepted, but I don't know what that means. So I don't know.
I voted early in the state of Georgia, used a computer, and printed off. I think it's just interesting for people to know how every state is so different. There could,
It's part of the system, sure.
so I voted on a computer early, it printed off my ballot, and then I took that to a machine, put that in, got a card out, and put my card in a box. So it seems like a pretty different system that everyone's been using. What do you think it might be easier if we do the same system throughout all the different states, or what is the solution to these issues that are clearly happening with our election process?
Well, so
Sir Fontaine, you have to pay about $3 million for a recount in an election, I believe if it's outside of a certain range, like a percentage difference. So I think in Wisconsin it's going to be a $3 million fee for Donald Trump to request a recount, and I'm not sure about the other states.
constitutionally, each state has a whole lot of sovereignty when it comes to elections, and that's important. It's part of the model. A good state would look at what worked for the states that had the least amount of fraud or disenfranchisement. But we would be trusting the politicians to do that, and I kind of think a lot of them are satisfied with the current system. It's exploitable to their advantage, perhaps. I don't know that. I do think there probably needs to be some kind of consistency enforced at the federal level, and the Supreme Court, you know, they can't look at each state individually if there's a case of mass voter fraud. The fact that the states are calling the vote counts at different times.
That was my next question for Arizona.
Why isn't, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and then Arizona's holding out?
And again, I want to point out to all of you that largely one of the reasons all of these different news outlets had different ways and different timings of calling different elections is because in past years there was flow of information directly from election sites to AP. So the Associated Press, which is a highly regarded and considered a non-biased organization, at least in years past, had access to all the information, and everyone based their calls on what the AP got. Unfortunately, this year, the AP got cut out of that process, or at least most of that process. They now are getting information from one of the parts of the election polls, and the other news outlets are getting it from other election polls, not election polls, but election places. Sorry. And so it's resulting in a lot of information that all of these individual news outlets then have to piece together with the information from other news outlets, and it's just a colossal clusterfuck, okay? So that then trickles down to people like this who are on the ground who don't know what's going on. What was the recount in 2016? No, the recount was 2000, my dude. The Florida recount? Is that what you're thinking of? Yeah, that was 2000. Between Bush and Gore. So, yeah, all of this... Well, Eeyore Explores, widely the Associated Press has been considered a venerable and respected journalistic institution, so they were afforded a certain degree of access to election results. And then they were able to be the tunnel through which all of these places received their information, so that we had a coherent idea of what was going on when it came to the election. However, this year, with information going every which way to a bunch of different organizations, the issue has been that people like this on the ground get very frustrated with the diverse callings and diverse set of conclusions that people are pulling from incomplete data, because the data is going every which way. So, like, that's the issue. It's not, maybe there are better ways to do this, but definitely one of the advantages of doing it the way we did historically was that we didn't have people confused on the ground.
Election day was 2 days ago. We really need to tighten this up, but the problem is the fox is guarding the henhouse on that one.
Have you ever experienced this in the state of Arizona before, whether it be local elections or presidential?
Never. No.
What do you think is the main cause of this delay being so significant this year?
Well, I can't put my finger on it. I do not know.
It's the mail-in votes.
Just...
It's the mail-in votes. That's why. It's the mail-in voting. There's so much more mail-in voting. And they need to count it. They need to count those votes.
Suspicious, though, and that's the problem. We have to be able to trust the result. The world is watching the United States of America right now. As always. So, a national holiday to vote. If we could shut the country down for Corona, we could shut it down for democracy.
Very well said. Well, thank you for interviewing us with us here at RSBN.
Be safe.
Thank you so much. We're going to continue interviewing, jumping into the crowd, seeing, just like him, what brought and inspired people to come out to this rally. So let's walk around a little bit more. There's people from all different backgrounds. Hi, would any of y'all be okay doing an interview? Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Of course.
Are these Mennonites? Or are they Jewish? I don't know what's going on here, but they're interesting.
Yeah. All right, just gonna continue walking.
Thank you for coming out.
Hi, come here.
We're so happy. We're watching you.
Let's do an interview.
I'm almost tempted to send a super chat to you. Like, oh, say hi to my 5 dogs.
Well, will you do an interview with me?
Sure.
You're already doing one.
I'm interviewing you.
Okay,
So
they're
what's
Jewish.
Your name
Gotcha.
And where are you from?
Cece Casper, the friendly ghost Casper.
Where are you from, Cece?
Originally Philippines, but Yuma, Arizona, and I moved here in Phoenix. Yes.
When did you move to Phoenix?
Like 2 years ago.
Okay, very good.
My husband was a retired Navy SEAL, and he passed away. So that's the reason why I moved. So new start, but.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss.
Today, I was just imagining how my husband's saying all this because he's a very, very vocal advocate and conservative patriot. He was a Navy SEAL. He's our Navy guy,
What would your husband think of what's happening in today's election?
Oh my God! Of today's election, if he's here right now, he is not happy for sure. Like we'll scream out, not happy, and like. Super mad, yeah.
So President Trump was able to rally.
Camboard.
Yeah.
We'll be here all night. So.
And I thought it was kind of weird.
I want to hear about this guy.
It was crazy.
I've heard a lot. We'll be here all night. So. Oh, no. All right, another interview. What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Joey Byer, and this is my son, Caden. And we are from Phoenix.
Phoenix. All right, so how long have you lived here in Phoenix?
3 years.
3 years. Have you ever witnessed something like this when it comes to local elections?
No, not at all. And I actually was one of the people, I posted on Facebook, I actually was one of the people that was kind of forced to use a Sharpie. It was crazy.
I've heard a lot about that. Is that a Phoenix thing? Is that... Explain it to the viewers at home when you say use a Sharpie.
All right, so when I went in to vote, I, checked in and I got my ballot, and we were kind of led to the table where we got our ballots. And there was a bunch of Sharpies on the table.
Okay, I do not care about these Sharpie stories. Give me a spicier political take, please.
on there saying, oh, you know, it's not a big deal, it's a conspiracy, but you didn't experience it. You know what I mean? You weren't in there. You don't know. Right. And I don't know. And all the stuff that's going on right now just kind of makes me feel like it was, you know, it's all been planned for a minute. You know what I mean? So.
Do you think there's a solution to what's going on here? I mean, it's a loaded question. There's so much clearly that's not normal this year.
Right. I understand it is a loaded question, but the thing is, it doesn't matter who you vote for. This is America, and I truly believe that we all have that right. We're given that right. God gave us this right to be here on this earth, that everything should be even across the board. There should just be one standard for every place. Like, it shouldn't be, well, these guys get to do this, these guys get to do this, and we're going to change it at the last second. I mean, if the ballot is the ballot, you only use this, or, you know, just some kind of a straight line standard. Like, in order to, I don't know, make everything, I don't know, even, I think there just be one rule across the board for everybody.
You know, not an awful take. We should standardize our election process. We should do that. I like, again, these are things where, like, I think these people have good points and valid concerns. The issue I have with them is that they then go to a rally outside of a polling place, in order to intimidate people who are tallying votes, okay? Like, that's my issue here. I understand, like, there are benefits to our voting systems, but I think it would be much easier to navigate if we had a distributed network and consistent election processes. Right now, we don't. It's like a hodgepodge of technology and processes, and no one knows quite what they're doing, and it's stressful and weird, and leads to a lot of confusion that can be manipulated and used by bad faith actors.
We've seen a lot of optimism from President Trump in his campaign, especially with the Arizona GOP saying in the end President Trump is going to win this election. He's going to flip the state of Arizona red. What are your predictions on the state of Arizona as well as the election at whole?
So if you travel around, and I know you guys have been here quite a bit throughout this last year and following President Trump, you know, everywhere you go, it's Biden, Pence, Biden, Pence. You just see it. You see people wearing the hats and the shirts and the signs all over on the street. In my heart, I truly feel like Arizona is red. You know, we have such a great mixture of people here, minorities and just everybody. And everybody, you feel that I don't know, sense.
It might be that this man does. I believe this man truly believes what he's saying here. Okay, and I'm not here to dump on conservatives in unconstructive ways. Okay, this man is no Blair White, who I find like absolutely hateful. Okay, this is just a conservative guy trying to do his best in the world. Okay. The issue is a lot of people in his position are basing their impressions of how popular Trump is off of what they see. Now, this can be, in some cases, a decent way of gauging like the general feel of your community, right? However, this is why empirical data matters, right? When we talk about, well, it just seems like everyone supports Trump, there's a world of difference between that and everyone in the state supports Trump. Like, there's a difference between your perspective on a situation and what the actual facts of the matter are. So when people get those two things confused, when people confuse facts with anecdotal data, that is something that is really hard to combat. And Sir Fontaine, I see that you say like data doesn't help them. That's true, but largely that is a result of the constant conflation within their social and media bubbles between perception and fact. If you are seeing it like the surface of what you see is factual. Like that's the issue. And I'm not saying the polling is facts. That's not what I am saying. I am saying that it is factually not true, given the results of this election, that everyone was overwhelmingly voting for Biden or Trump. Like that's just factually not true in his community. So, with that being said, let's continue on here.
Of unity and everybody feeling the same way, and I honestly feel like this is a red state, and I truly believe from the beginning this country's going red. Like it should have been red, like it was going red. In 2 hours everything changes, you know, and that's never happened before. So I pray every day, and I believe in our...
It's actually quite frequent that urban area tallies tend to come down on towards the end of elections in the United States. So like it's actually quite frequent that our election results swing heavily to the right in the United States towards the end of our counting process. There we go.
Our president, I love our president, and I know he's... I don't know. I know that he's gonna win. He's gonna prevail. He's gonna fight for us like he always has.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Actually,
I would like it if these people asked what is he gonna do if Trump doesn't win. I'm very curious about what all of these people are gonna do if Trump loses. Oh shit! Oh shit! Revolt Rise. With the breaking news once again, Revolt Rise, you beautiful bastard. Let's take a look. I say that with all respect and love. You're a wonderful human being, and I love you very much, okay? We have it on Politico. Okay. Wait. Updated 15 minutes ago, 16 minutes ago. Okay, we'll go with... Wait, I have no idea what this is. What the hell? Okay, we'll go with The Guardian. Don't care about Stephen Colbert. Okay, none of this is helpful. Thank you, The Guardian, for being useless and transphobic. Oh, the New York Times? Did they just update? Yeah, they show a 1,200 point gap here. Revolt Rise, where are you seeing your data? Oh, you mean Biden's behind? Biden's behind by 1,200 votes? Oh man, our boy Biden's only 0.3%. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Oh, you can't source? Okay, gotcha. Michigan's vote updates go 100% Democrat, literally not even trying to hide fraud anymore. You understand that, like, this is aggregate from polling locations, right? Like, you're getting a lot of Democratic coming in because they're primarily from Democratic areas, and they're primarily counting mail-in votes at this point, Nate 8. So yeah, like, not only are they coming from areas that skew towards Democrats anyway, they're coming via a method that this year is skewing heavily Democrat. So yeah, like, a lot of them are going to be Democrat. Oh, gotcha. You need okay. Yeah, protect your source if you gotta, you know. Let's take a look. Oh, dang, yeah. Joe's got a pretty decent lead in Michigan now. And a pretty decent lead in Wisconsin. Let's take a look. Pretty decent lead in Arizona as well. And Nevada still hasn't really done anything. Well, I mean, I would guess that, like, the voting count is coming through in weird ways, my dude. Like, just understand, Nate 8, like, a lot of the information these outlets are getting for the election is like an aggregate of data from different, like, election areas and different yeah. It's largely a result of, like, the disparate data. Oh, Revolt Rise. You didn't tell me there was money on the line for you. Dang. Okay. All right. You should have. How could you not? How could you do this? I know now. I know you're working with Foidoy behind the scenes. I know it. I didn't see it. I was paying attention. I was paying attention to other places. All right. It looks like the stream has stabilized, by the way. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm thinking Pennsylvania's going blue, boys and girls. Dude, I would cheat if nobody was watching for someone to pay me. People cheat, that's life. Well, man, remind me never to go gambling with you, okay? No, Eeyore explores the idea that there is widespread voter fraud is a myth. Republicans have literally tried to prove wide-scale voter fraud for, like, the last decade. Ooh, I do like Jim Jeffries. He's a funny chuckle man, okay? We'll let's finish up going through these characters.
Casting is the greatest. You guys have to watch them. Please follow them, guys. Thank you.
How do all of these people know what this network is? I literally haven't heard of it until tonight.
All right, let's figure out what this crowd.
Woo! Free the police! Free the police! Free the police!
What? Free the police?
Build the cages, Adrian Montez! You are such an inspiration. I love you. Alex, you're an icon!
We're gonna try to get Alex Jones.
I mean, I trust when Republicans are highly motivated to find evidence of voter fraud and they can't do it. I do trust that that's like a pretty good indication that voter fraud isn't a big problem in this country. Also, good night, Nate at 8. Have a good one, okay?
Jones on camera. We're
Oh,
close, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's Alex Jones. Gotcha.
We're close. We're gonna try to get it. We're trying to get this for you guys.
With you in defiance of the globalists, and the whole world is watching you. And the whole world sees your resistance, and that's why I flew here tonight to be with you, and I salute you. You are the resistance. USA! USA!
Okay, guys, this is literally a cult. This is literally a cult. They're talking about how this is spiritual warfare. They're talking about how, you know, they're chanting about how much they love Trump. They're talking about, you know, like some of these people have decent and good ideas. They can be saved. But a lot of these people are just like, they're a cult gathering around like someone who has a strong personality, whether it's Alex Jones or Donald Trump. Like, yeah,
USA! 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 USA!
Again, this is a chant for Alex Jones, a man who's like pretty much insane and known for his insane takes.
USA! USA! USA!
You gonna give a little speech?
Sure. Alex, we're trying to get Alex Jones here, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome that way.
As you can tell,
Guys, give me some room.
a real patriot celebrity here.
Also, like, no one wearing masks. Yeah, he's here.
Well, unfortunately, we're not able to get in there. It's going to be tough, guys. But we're trying. We would like to get that. It's going to be tough.
That was
The dude is a true.
awesome.
What do you?
I just saw Alex Jones' interview with Joe Rogan, and I want to tell him so bad, but I'm 7 months pregnant, so I got to stay out of the mob.
Alex Jones is a patriot.
Oh, I love it, yes. And his interview with Joe Rogan the other day was absolutely great, especially when they were talking about the Great Reset. I posted it in the comment section. Look it up, the Great Reset in Davos.
Yeah.
Wait, hello everybody. Welcome. We're watching some politics, you know? Welcome, late night kings and queens and monarchs of all stripes. How y'all doing? Nice to have you here, guys. Oh, I love you all too. You guys seem nice. I appreciate that. Sup, homies. Aw. We're just, we're watching some, right-wing media trying to understand these people, you know? Yeah. Where y'all from? From the Coke Fork? What does Coke Fork stand for? Tell me your tale, explorers from another world. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just learned that this media outlet even exists, apparently from Diamond and Silk. We took a deep dive, and it went some weird places. It's like a Coke spoon, but a fork. Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Yeah, we're watching this this Alex Jones / voter intimidation rally, and it's interesting here. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, you love how I speak? How do I speak? Now I'm like trying to like think like what do you like about how I speak? I appreciate all of you, by the way. You all seem really cool and nice. Well, let's continue on, shall we?
Yeah, I heard about it. Thank you. Wow, Alex Jones.
Yeah, they're trying to get
That
an
man
interview
has
with
red
Alex
pilled millions
Jones.
around the world. Like I said, guys, this is crazy. This is a global.
Let's see.
Fight, no matter what happens in this election. You are all involved in. I want to thank and appreciate and salute every man, woman, and child that's here. Of course. All race, colors, and creeds who have red blood and love America. Let's go. And we are speaking.
I've never actually seen Alex Jones like in public get swarmed quite like this. It's pretty incredible. Oh no, my internet's shitting the bed again. Oh yeah, these people believe in lizard men and all that shit. It's wild. It's wild, okay? Wait, do we have a QAnon? Ooh, deep and saucy. Wait, I'm not aged. I am but a young lady, okay? I'm not aged yet. Can't call me that. Did I see the New York Times QAnon style tweet? No, send it. Okay, we're back to being excellent. Okay, we're gonna keep pushing on. But send that tweet to one of my mods at Eora Explores.
And this is a historic moment.
Wait, is this guy's wearing a Resident Evil themed? Is this? Wait, is this a bulletproof vest with a Resident Evil patch on it? Or is this a backpack? I genuinely don't know. This is insane. This is weird.
Where the enemy and the globalists are brought out in the open, and where they gotta openly try to steal the country, and now we're having out in the open fight, no matter what happens in this election.
Well, I say that they all believe in lizard men largely because Alex Jones is known for pushing like lizard people's conspiracies. So, yeah.
The fight's out in the open now.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I know he's talking about like globalism. There was another guy that they interviewed who was talking about globalists or something. I looked into this, and they talk about the Great Reset, and someone in my chat linked me to a talk by the IMF as like proof of a globalist conspiracy. I watched through like 20 minutes of it. It's literally just a bunch of like economists getting around and talking about like ways that capitalists can leverage the global pandemic and survive into the future. Like, it's literally just about how how capitalism works. Like, the IMF is a pro-capital organization. It just works for like neo-colonialist ends, like around the world. It's not a globalist conspiracy. It's just how capitalism works, baby. We live in a connected world where you can do business in China. Yeah, like this is just capitalism. Personally, I think if we want to solve those problems brought on by capitalism, we should embrace socialism. But that's just me. Also, Phase TSM. I get compared to Ronda Rousey a lot. Okay, it's not the first time. I prefer getting compared, however, to the CW character Sarah Lance. I like that comparison a little better, okay? Country folk get scared easily by foreign nations. That's true, true. Here, we're going to the next interview, okay?
The truthful media. We got to.
God raised him up. He did raise him up, and all I keep the night of the election, I was like almost cried myself to sleep, but I kept thinking, no, this is God he has a purpose here, and I think the purpose is to expose the corruption. And he's going to, it says, the Bible says that he uses everything for good. And he's going to use what's going on now for good. And it's going to bring out everything that's been going on. We have no idea what that man has been up against and how he has fought for us. So for us not to come down here and fight for him would be wrong. So,
yeah.
And
This woman is deeply unwell. This woman's deeply unwell. Also, I appreciate the Blues Brothers reference in chat, Comrade Manners. And also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much, okay? She looks like she's in tears right now.
Thank you for everything you guys do.
Oh, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, you see, this is a wild scene out here. We're loving this right now. This is so incredible. So Alex Jones is obviously gobbling up all the attention here. There's literally nothing else going on in this parking lot except Alex Jones. If we can get any closer, trust me, we will. But he is. God bless the USA. Trump 2020 vote. A lot of.
They must be held accountable. We will
Excuse me, Trump supporters. We're members of the media. We're coming through.
Excuse me, the heads of Facebook, the heads of Twitter, the heads of all of it, bet against America and bet against your freedom and surveilled you and tried to enslave you and help China put 3 million Muslims in death camps and 1 million Christians and Buddhists in death camps for these scumbag big tech companies who want to do that to us, and we're here to tell them we don't know. We don't know how this is going to end. But if they want to fight, they better believe they've got one. If they want to fight, they better believe we're ready to fight. And we're going to win. We're not going to fight their little meth-head Antifa scum. We're going to take on the Soroses and the Bezoses and the Gates. We're going to take it directly to those scumbag Nazi bastards that thought they'd kill this country, just like we did Hitler.
Okay, guys. You're telling me you're gonna watch this and say that, like, these people don't support fascism? Like, the people in this crowd are like a hair's breadth away from being like, hey, we should take violent action to install our president because clearly the system has failed us. Also, yes, punching Nazis. Hey, in Minecraft, allegedly. Yeah, you need to hide your Soros books. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the check. I never got mine. But the I think that we should be deeply concerned about the effects of this kind of firebrand on these kinds of people. I think that is it's a deeply concerning thing. You got that payout too? I have to hide it in a Chinese bank account. Well, Eeyore Explorers, I acknowledge that China does have concentration camps, and that's bad. I also acknowledge that maybe inspiring a fascist revolution in the United States is also bad. Both things can be bad at the same time.
And they'll be in their goddamn bunkers when we come for them. They will be hiding. They will pay. They will be destroyed.
Wait, act like Ronda Rousey? I don't know if trans people are valid. You know, I just don't think they belong in MMA, you know? Like, it's just you know, unfair advantages, you know? They have unfair advantages. I don't hate trans people, but, you know, like, they shouldn't be in MMA, you know? Also, I'm gonna go do a voice in Mortal Kombat now, and it's gonna be very bad. So, I don't know. Disagree, William of Orange. I know you're a conservative, but please don't be a transphobic piece of shit, okay? I was doing it for a bit. I was doing it for a bit at Ronda Rousey's expense.
Because America is rising. 1776 is the answer to 1984.
Yeah, he's literally, like, you understand, guys, he's literally advocating for violence here. Like, quite literally. William of Orange, largely after about a year on HRT, all the muscular advantages of testosterone are weeded out of the system. So, and especially if you're only going through one puberty, like, yeah, like trans kids in sports definitely should be allowed to participate. But anyway.